akwaba, each one of you. This means welcome. In German, we say herzlich willkommen, like in English, you are welcome. Thank you so much for taking this time to join us here. And I believe most of us are from the African background, and we are bombarded with a lot of questions in our individual lives, in our global life, the future, the current. Is there any hope? Is there any solutions? And this webinar is here to give you the exact answer, practically, more practical than theoretical. So in the end, you take a decision. I am Nane Ekuakwa 20 in the first. I am a doctor in traditional African medicine, and I'm the developmental queen mother for the promotion of traditional African medicine on the global market. The association that installed me is called GAFTRAM, Ghana Federation of Traditional African Medicines. I am from Ghana. I studied medicine from my mother's womb. And this is the way we did it in Africa. I advanced it into the modern medicine. So in brief, I'm a multi-practitioner with passion in dermatology and osteopathy. For us to go global is the reason why we are here today. So it's about Africa, and we start a lot of history about Africa's involvement in medicine development, medicine and medicinal development before modern day medicine. And knowing your history will always help you to get into the future. So please listen attentively. I didn't want to go so deep into that area because I would like you people to ask so many questions that in the end you take a package with you to think over it and decide what you want to do with it. So Derek, please give everybody ample time at the end of this program so that people really ask questions.
Yes, please.
Yeah, once again, you are welcome. I started with Egyptian mummies, and we see the role we play there. I decided to choose a lot of pictures in this program so that you will get a practical insight that we have as Africans, historically, currently, and in the future. So the Egyptian mummies embalming. We go to the Akan tradition of Ghana at the celebration of funerals. When a king dies, we have something we say, Wenshio, Wenshio, Wenshio. Wenshia means when a king dies, when they are going to bury him, they don't have to meet anybody. The whole city has to lock down. So from the Akan tradition, typically when we come to talk of the Ashantis and the Fantis, in fact, they had people escort them because Africans' belief had been that when you die, you have a life after it. So with the life after it, the people who had lived with you, we have something we call ahinkwa. It's like your escorts. Those people has to go with you. So I remember very much when I was a child, when we were going to play in the bush, they would tell, hey, that Santahine is dead. Don't go far. And today, I'm going to relate this situation to our origin in Egypt, Nubian, and its involvement in medicine. So this general practice was going on in Nubia, and for that reason, there are mummies which, when they are removed, you could see other group of people lying near them. So the Egyptologians come to the point of trying to create their own ideas about it, that maybe this person looks like a child, and he was maybe the child, or because they are trying to understand our culture, but they don't. And they shouldn't, and they will never, until we come to tell our own story in an original way. So as we talk of Black achievements in medical history, everything that was being practiced in that area of Egypt, the Nubians, was coming from the Blacks. And those Blacks, as accounts spread from Sudan all the way to so many parts of Africa. And the work they did, after 3,000 years, these mummies are sound. And as you saw the face, as you can see the faces, they are still sound. And if I died after 3,000 years and I'll still have myself look this way, I think I'll love it. So the secret here is Africans honored life so much that even after death, they gave you a special honor, even regards the position you had over here. So as you can see, they did not only, if you see the left side, is the bodies in reality, but then on the right side, you also see it, in which kind of wrap they put them, meaning your body has to be everlasting. And it seems to be a proof, even as we study into Egyptology today. Today, as I talk to you, mummies are being used for medication. They use it to treat diseases like skin eruptions, abscesses, disorders of the liver, the spleen, vitiligo, wounds to prevent modification and infections of all kinds, wounds to prevent mortification and infections of all kinds. So, 1 second, please. That's my 2A. Yeah. Good. So, today we are here. Let us see the COVID picture, please. This is the situation facing our world today. And don't forget, I come to emphasize on the mummies which are being used to prevent mortification and infections of all kinds. So today we are here as Africans going back into our origin to share with ourselves what we have, to start with what we had, what we have, and what we could use today, and also to secure the future in traditional African medicine. We call it a bibidru. No, 1 second. I think I would like to talk rather more about the, focus on the topic. So I'll stay here. Yeah. So we talk about the bibidru. Yeah. Hello? So we have about 40,000 herbalists or herbal practitioners in Ghana, starting from the professor to the Okonfo, which we call fetish priests. So today the churches have taken a potential role in societies in Africa. But then what the churches, the pastors are refusing to look into is that if they should look into the vital means of the functions of the fetish priests, the chemical potentiality, the psychological ability, and the secret of their spirituality, then they will know that what Germans call hypnosis is exactly what the fetish priest is doing in Africa. So why do we demonize them? So why do we paganize them? And this is when I come back to Sankofa and refer you, go back to your roots. As you learn your history, be curious about knowing what went wrong, that your dignity, your royalty has been stolen in total. And the problem is in your mind. And that's why you are where you are. So I am here to give you this legacy, African child. Take this legacy and go back to your roots in all that you do. And that is the key to solutions to all the problems that we have. As we come to talk of the Western, be it China today, Europe, America, people, everything they are doing, they have taken it from you. So the three giants behind industry is food, cosmetic, and medicine. And these things grow on your trees in Africa. So who has it? But it is not your fault. Because you had it and you knew how to use it and you are still able and capable to use it. This is what somebody stole from you, paganized you, destroyed your mind, took away your blackness, which is actually the treasures of earth. So much precious is your skin color that scientifically, if people should, if the Western should be able to screen out your melanins to infuse in them, I tell you, they'll do exactly that. So today, as I talk to you, I had Derek called me Mrs. Hendricks. If I told you I'm a doctor in traditional African medicine, the fact is psychologically you can't even start to believe it. Traditional African medicine, what is that? Because we are known nowhere. TCM is global. Ayurveda is well known. Ayurveda, even though forbidden in the time of slavery by the British to the Indians, when the Indians gained independence, they recorded. And today, as I talk to you, there are more Ayurveda universities and clinics in England than any other country in Europe. Besides the fact that even Germany, the father of pharmacology or pharmaceuticals, even practice Ayurveda in their clinics, as well as TCM. TCM is a 4-year academia in Germany. So the question is, if all these competitors are able to bring their products on the market, Europe, which doesn't even have the history of herbal medicine, have something called traditional European medicine. They have reinvented it because they have seen that people's interest is diverting more into back to the roots. So whether they call it vegan, whatever, it is about the same thing. They only rename it and expand the economic world out of it so that they will get more to sell. And that's the way they create jobs. But while they did so, they made sure that you, the African, forgot about who you are completely. As we talk of coronavirus, COVID is, I don't know where to start from, but I wrote a little about the history. So, or the definition. Vaccination is a weakened version of a pathogen introduced into the body to prepare your immune system from a potential encounter with a full-blown version of that pathogen. So what are pathogens? Pathogen is any organ that produces disease, also described as an infectious agent. So I will make an example for you, especially those of you from Ghana. When you got a infection on your fingertip, yeah, exactly at the corners of the nail. Many a time we get infection because it depends if people work with the fingers in water. When you get that infection, we treat it with something we call momone. This momone is a fermented fish, very soft. So you fix that on the infection and you bandage it. And this cures the disease. Why? It cures the disease because you are feeding the viruses with something they love. They love this fermented stuff. So when you feed them with it, then they stop feeding on your tissues so the wound will heal. This is one method of vaccination, inoculation originating from Africa. We have another method which we cut the area of the body. If it is the forehead, if they cut between the eyebrows, it means the infection is somehow in your senses organ. They also cut the upper part of the ears and some under the lip area. It all has meanings because they are trying to get into your brain area to activate the functions of your body to prevent the infections which is on its way to take hold of you. So all what they are doing with vaccination is they are using a system to trigger. It is the same process like the fermented fish I'm talking about, but now it is advanced into this liquid form to trigger, to infuse it into your body, to trigger the virus, that as they continue to feed themselves on those rottenness, they leave your system to be free. So it's just like somebody coming to catch you in the room, and then you hide yourself, and then you put a stranger in front of it. So when they come, they could get a stranger and not you. But the fact is, there is no 100% security that you will not be caught. So maybe in the beginning, the idea will work, but in the end, you don't know. Today, as I talk to you, if I called myself the Tigarabosonfo, I would be seen as a pagan. If I called myself Oninsini, I would be seen as a voodoo sinner. If I called myself Awojini, I will not be accepted. So who is Tigarabosonfo? He is in the modern medicine, the professor upon professors. So there were people who could sense the evil coming up in the environment. And as they chanted in their dancing and everything, it could be an animal which has died in a direction that flows into the river, and the people live from the river. So as they keep on turning the head here, turning the hand here, the disciples understood there is something wrong in the area. And they will go and pacify. They will search until they found that situation which is polluting the environment. So why should something like this be paganized? If you went to the fetish priest, some of them could foretell you things coming up in your life. And why do we have prophecies in the church? But what the fetish priest will tell you is immediately evil. So I think we have a whole lot of homework to do where we need to bring in our pastors to do a kind of dialoguing to really search into the information, what was going on at the time, why some of the information has been triggered in the Bible to favor one side against the other side. And this is a job that your generation must begin to research into. A lot has gone wrong. A lot has been hidden from you. A lot has been stolen from you. And I do what I do because I just can't live in a world to see children we brought into this world ourselves and the way we just have left you in the prey of a lion on a wild field, hot sunshine. The animals are ready to eat you up. And there seem to be no adult, no parent, no man, no woman to call you and say, baby, come into my arms. And this is what I got in. And I say, come. Come, Africa's children, come. Come home. Come home. Come home. The midwives, we call them awojefo in Ghana. The osteopathy, we call them ebuatua in Ghana. if we break down all the medical practices going on in our world, we will see that Africa has it all. The only problem is, and now I'm going to read to you a situation that you have to learn a big lesson out of it for yourself. Today, when we prepare our medicines, we have the WHO, which has to decide over us. And they have sat on the noses of Africa till this moment. And I tell you, I'm from Ghana. And if you just had a picture of Ghana's FDA eating up, I said they are eating up their own traditional practitioners ever since the COVID started. Professor Dr. Ato Duncan was the first a year ago to bring in a vaccination called to bring in a medication called QuaFS. Professor Ato Duncan has worked with his product on AIDS, HIV/AIDS, and Ebola for over 15 years. He had cured patients in South Africa, he had cured patients in Ghana, he had cured patients in Sierra Leone. And as long as it's got to do with infections, it's got to do with viruses, the same viruses we are working out here, or we are talking about here. So the Chinese bought a product, went back to China, 2 people who are about to die, they tried a medication on them and they revived. And Dr. Duncan went to the media because the Chinese came to him and they wanted him to give them his formula. Look at that. I said, no, my formula I will not give you. Oh, we are going to produce it in quantities in China. No, I will not give you. So I will contact my government so that they will give us patent right for Africa so that we'll be able to do what? Secure our medication. And even if it will be produced in China, then we have the security in Ghana. But the question is, why should you go and produce it in China? Where should African children go to get work to do? Okay, so we put that aside. And I'm going to share this with you and listen to this side very well. So that when you stand before that somebody, stand tall and tell that somebody, do you know what? What you know, I know it better because I knew it in my mother's womb. And people who practice traditional African medicine, over 80% practice from ancestral way, giving it to you from the parents, and it goes on, or you have your, how do you call it? You have also the those studying the herbal medicine in the universities who combine the two. And I have the two, but I have it more from the original aspect of my mother, and that is my original me. So the more I study into Western medicine, oh my God, I have a serious problem when it comes to the pharmacology. That the pharmacology's side effects and the answers you know from your origin. So why don't you just cure the diabetes patient by cleansing and purifying his system against the sugary stuff so that the body itself will say no? But then how should industry grow if we should come that way? So the more I look into that area, and before I victimize somebody, I have a strong belief in my own self that we don't have to victimize people into more sicknesses and diseases before we make riches out of them, but we could help people and so build industry in a more flamboyant way. What is flamboyant? Flamboyant is the moment when the African is so excited and doing his dancing and singing and whatever. This is what life is about. Simple, but leave it so deep, full of love, sacrificing your life for one another, for a longer life. And this is what a slave did in America historically. Onesimus, a West African enslaved man in Boston, USA, he generated a cure for smallpox. This smallpox killed 3 million people in the 20th century. And Onesimus means the useful one in the Bible. So this was the adopted slave name they gave him. And because of his abilities, that man was unstoppable. In fact, the history goes that he was the one who fought to get back to his origin in Africa, and it goes on. But whilst chickenpox was eating up the people in Boston, Martha, being the name of his boss at the time, when he had told him that I have a solution to this, they did not believe him. So what did he use? He used the infected mucus. That is the phlegms, like the yellowish one. This is what he cut into the skin and infused it back into it. So we come back to that practice in Ghana, which I'm talking about, the fermented fish. So be it the mucus or the fermented fish, they are both living things. So the infection has got in there and it is already having the viruses. So you trigger that thing inside so that they come to attack that one and leave your body. And that's exactly what we should do with COVID as we try to get the phlegms out of the lungs through vomiting, through pressing it through the digestion, through coughing. And I have the medication for all this. All those 3 methods I'm talking about. One of it, you could burn it only here, and everybody will start to cough. You will cough and cough and cough. And this is what my uncle, Papa Kwatri, used to cure people when they were unconscious. He would just get there and get everybody off the place, and then he would close the door. He burnt them, and people came back to life. Today, if Kwatri were to be alive, I don't know how he will shudder at a word in the face of Robert Koch Institute in Germany, Oxford from Britain, Hopkins from every one of them. And we can't cure the virus. Anyway, I have been curing them. Yeah, both Germans and those who know me and they come. So to conclude the situation with Onesimus, chickenpox is the only infectious disease that had been eradicated worldwide due to strong immunization. And the WHO declared the eradication of smallpox by the inventor of the cure. Neither his original name as an African or his face is seen anywhere. The slave, I find it very difficult to get a name for this. Is it slave owner, slave master? Oh, come on, give me a break. Whoever he is, he's called Jenner, and he has been able to advance the medication, which was the idea and the invention of Onesimus, the good one. And this is the history of vaccination in our world today. Could we move on, please? It started all here. The woman there, I don't know if we could see the picture a bit more, is preparing this gourd. And inside those gourds, we cooked the concoctions. I call it love brewed in an African pot. And like the calabashes, the calabashes is the like the yellow brown ones on the left side. We also preserve the medication in them. The Kenyans, when they are on the run with their cows, that string they have is full of medication. So that while they are traveling, 6 months before they came home, if anything happened to them, they were always secured. Who is the origin of medicine? And if you are studying into my Nubian origin by removing the mummies and re-infusing them into medications, who has a right to talk over here? People, please put this question down. Who has a right to talk in our world? We must answer. Should we go on, please? Today we are here to meet you, as you see on the left side, from the herbal origin to the advanced form on the right side. On the right side, you see them in bottles packaged to suit the international standard. And even then, you still don't have it easy. You build and they take it away. And this is why we are coming together to stand together and tell that somebody from China, from Europe, from America, what you can do, I can do it better. So I know who I am. And you are taking it from my origin. Enough. It's over. But this is not a message we are going to talk to somebody one-on-one in words. Do it. Get up, do it. Okay? Should we move on, please? This is our Sankofa farms in Ghana. We work in different places agriculturally, and this is a system we use to create jobs for the farmers and add value to the activities. So today we will focus more on the finished products, which you can take it with you globally, wherever you are to work on. But the agricultural aspect and whatever, we'll take time also to talk about it individually and then see how we could also spread it abroad. Could we move on, please? A moment, let's go back a bit. Okay, the farm is okay. So as we see on the left side, like that map area, that is part of the processing of the leaves. Some of the leaves we used to work with, yeah. And then we could move on. Please go back again. I just saw something I want to show you. Over here, you can see the palm tree in the middle, okay? And that one is more a jungle type. And then on the right side, you see moringa. If you took the palm tree alone, you could fill a pharmacist full with medicine. If you took the moringa alone, you could fill a pharmacist full with medicine. If you took the coconut alone, you could fill a pharmacist full with medicine. And so many more. Please, let's move on. As we see, this is our processing center. And in the middle, we have our huts, which we built. There we store the processed medicines, because it doesn't have to be in a blocked environment. So on the farm, we reside and we work it all out. Yeah, before it gets to its final destination. Yeah, we are right. Before it gets to its final destination, this is from the right side, the dried leaves to the powder. This we are working on moringa, and then packaged in sacks, teas and powders. We have soaps and everything, cosmetic products and medicinal products out of moringa. Yeah. So this is my office where I'm sitting now. No, right. Yeah. So this is my office, and this in the middle, you have the wholesale area, and this is also part of the left side is also part of the office activity. So in the wholesale, as you see, we do the packaging in Germany, because the law FDA does not allow the product to be packaged in Ghana and brought here. But is it them? We have the standard board in Ghana. We have the FDA in Ghana. We have the universities. We have the research centers. It is us who have not believed in ourselves to do it. And that's our problem. So as I'm talking to you now, for the last 2 years, I have been working to have Ghana use its established source of universities, research centers, and available GAFTRAM with a group of 40,000 people, and available clinics, everything, to join me here, so that my baby, Sankofa Eugene, we call it in Germany, but I love to be called Sankofa Mama Africa 1. And I use this name to educate somebody. But then before we'll be able to do the education, I go to tell them, let us turn it into traditional African medicine so that it will become a global product, because your competitor is China. They call it TCM. Japan, Taiwan, all of them are a group. Your competitor is India. They call it Ayurveda. Sri Lanka, Pakistan, all of them are a group. Europe, talking about Germany in this case, they burnt their herbal practitioners at the time in the church. And today they call it high practica. But then before I move on, do you know that the very thing that happened to Dr. Okwampofo, who is the founder of Ghana's Mampon Research Center, it is the same thing that happened to Theophagos Bombascos, the founder of High Practica in Germany. Orthodox medicine was Bombasco's profession. His father, being a doctor, moved with him from house to house to visit their patients. And as he grew, as a child, he just loved herbal medicines. So whilst he was curious about herbal medicines, he again studied into Orthodox. And I tell you, if you have that inborn, inbuilt stature like I have, you get confused when you get into the other world over there. Because everything we need is out there in the nature. It's not a lie, people. It is there. Spiritually, physically, they are there. And God gave us the ability to dream and see them, to taste, and you could feel them. You could feel the taste will tell you what it does. Optically, the anatomical similarities between some of them herbs and the disease is so one. That, for example, if you take a fibrous pathogen out, and you have the herb which is used in treating fibroid, just as the name fibroid is, the fibrosis which are out there and some stretching out like roots, the herbal, the medicine you need is a tube with a similar look. And this is the beauty in the nature of, in the handmade work of God. So when we talk of medicine, we talk of religion. So if the Bible says, you had me beautifully and wonderfully made, and my soul acknowledge it, why would you not praise God as an African as you take the herb to cure yourself and use the cosmetics to protect your body against the sunshine, even though the vitamin D from the sun is so precious for us. And at the end of the day, you come to talk of all those things being the origin and the base of most pharmaceuticals. So why are they telling us we shouldn't talk? Somebody is silencing you because he knows if you did, if you spoke, if Africa spoke, the world has nothing to say. And if anybody has a power in everything that is going on, that is you. And this is when I take the name Mama Africa One. And the education is just to you, the African, who is just refusing to take on to your royal right. And for that reason, you rather steal away the resources of that mother and give it to some enemies. When they abuse you and abuse that mother, they kill you in the face of reality because of all of your riches. Give me a break. We are changing the situation today. The same way I use the name to educate that person who has been tormenting your life from the day one when the first Portuguese arrived on the shores of Ghana. Let us see what is going on the continent. As if it is not enough. Nigeria, the country is massively full of youth, but its riches has made it a calamity to its own folk. I was there when your Ghana investment promotion officer came to sell your ocean to the Chinese in England, Reading, 2015. I was there. The Gambian one and the Ghanaian one, they saw the two countries just like they were doing a harvest auction in the church. And the Ghanaian will go stand there, oh, we have this in Ghana, we have that, and it's so wonderful and it's so great. And the Gambian will go and challenge the same way. In fact, the Gambian officer went to the point of saying, Gambia is such a cute country for holidays, you can even have us give you money. You are coming to promote a country for an investor to come in there. And at that meeting, there were Chinese people, there were Indians, a few British, and a handful of Africans. And just as I will never be quiet anywhere, I went out there to the podium, whether you've invited me or not, I would jump there and told them, these are our products. And I showed them the products we have. This is what you could take with you. This is what you should bring here, add value to, and come and sell here. And you know how I feel? For me to see the last 4 weeks when Gambia shores were flooded with fish and the youth has to burn the place, which I support, and I would have added more fire to it because every death hurts. So you can't come and take my country and create scarcity so that when my child go to steal, you will kill him in my own land. Give me a break. I am talking to you, that youth over here, to take this right of your own and don't talk, act, because you have what it takes. And that person who is coming to take it off from this mother and abusing her, I just caution you. Where is industry without Africa? Who are you without that mother? But this answer will come from you, the African. So what you are supposed to do that you are not doing, that is making somebody overdo, you better go back. Take that mother in your arms and tell Mama Africa, Mama, I am sorry for every evil I've done against you. I stole everything that was supposed to be shared fairly among one and all. With my political position, with my professor position, with my legal position, I did nothing than to steal, not forgetting the police and the doctor. They are all the same. I am with you here to give you this insight. Get to know that everything around you is full of riches. And when you have added value to it, you could enrich yourself so much that you don't need anybody. If there's a continent on earth which needs nobody, that is Africa. How could it be that you give your gold to China, a third phase of slavery, and you are looking for survival, so you jump into a boat after you've gone through all the horrors of the Sahara, trying to come and survive in an illusion world, which is not even a reality. Please move on. We are going back. Yes, we are going back to Africa. And we are not going back to stay there alone. We are going to take what that mother has and then be part of global development. That's what you see here. These are our shops in Germany. As you see it over there, I work in Germany, I work in Austria, I work in Switzerland, I work in Holland, I work in Britain. And all these areas, the research has been done. I bet you we sell more than you could not believe because people are tired. People are tired of the lies in medicine. So they are looking for nothing more than nature. On the right side, this is Austria in a shopping mall. And here is one of our shops, also in Austria. On the left side, there's our shop in Cologne. So if we come to pharmaceutical, this is what we have. Let's move on, please. Over here, oh my God, on the right side, do you show my hat? Here I sleep when I'm in Ghana. So over here, we have our clinic. And what you see in the middle here, the middle one with the towers. This is a 4-room clinic. And we want to frame the body with wood, which is in process now. But until then, we have those mud houses that I bring people from Europe to Ghana to cure them. Yes, so this is the clinic in the farm. And why is it on the farm? It's on the farm because as a human being, you are the air you breathe, you are the water you drink, you are the food you eat. So when somebody is sick, the best environment for the person is a place where you have fresh air. Yes. So when you get to this farm, as you stand out there on the tower, that is the ocean. And if this morning you wanted to just go and swim in the ocean or drink the ocean water or pick the argon from the ocean for your food, what are cancers? What are diabetes? What are high blood pressure? But my God, the other side is seen only to advance diseases for sale. Give me a break. I can't stand it anymore. So you have a choice. You really have a choice. I will make myself important for you, that somebody, to look for me and not the other way around, because I know who I am. So the incurable, when you say the diabetes leg will not be cured, and the wound is so bad that the leg has to be amputated, I put it all back. So am I an enemy to industry? Yes, because when I put it back, what happened to the sanitate shop? What happened to the engineers who are producing the wheelchairs and everything? So there we have the conflict. Please, let's move on. Yeah. When we come to practicing, this is our 300 square meter clinic in Germany. And as you can see from the left area, we have 5 treatment rooms. And then we come to the fitness area, because movement and food is the life that you have. So the purpose of this center is you come in there, you get your medication and food You have to get a rightful food to eat, depending which disease you have. And the rightful food will add up to the metabolism of your system, and the rightful herbs as medication will activate your how do you call it, humoral immune system, so that it will get rid of all the poison in you through the urine, through the sweat, through the digestion, through the saliva, through the vomiting. And if you could get a touch, 1 second, please go back. Please go back. The touch of a human being touching you, I call it the power of touch is the art of healing. So everybody who is sick feels lonely and vulnerable. So we give you the full attention in terms of, depending on the treatment you are having, where you need the rubs on your body with the herbs, when you need the massages, everything, it takes place. And if psychologically you got your diagnosis and you have to stay in the room 24/7 alone, the loneliness alone kills you. Fear attacks. So come there, get a 30-minute treatment, get a 30-minute activity in a surrounding where you feel like you are the most important person on earth. And this is the way to cure. So now we may move on, please. I love me in Ghana. As we see all these old age people from the right, let's go to Mommy in here. Yeah, she's 101 years old. And from head to toe, sound. She's 102 years this year. No, 103 years this year. This picture was last 2 years. And she can still go to the market herself. She will never drink water from the plastic. She still insists on drinking water from the well, and she will use the calabash to drink her water. She will not even use palm oil because her body can sense that they have put in additives to the oil. Original, natural. Yes, we can age in this beautiful way without all this fear embedded in us, as if life on earth is only about sicknesses, diseases, negativity, fear, get up, hustle, bustle. It's not true. It is not true. They always shut Africa's mouth up because what Africa has when it comes out, industry has nothing. But then if I get up alone and I'm speaking, Magafugi is gone. They can always get us off. But if we join together in forces, and the solution to joining together is not about talking, it's about each one of us joining in here. This project, you can take it global, wherever you are. And this I'm showing you is in the first place only from Sankofa. So let us put Ghana 40,000 herbalists, Nigeria, so much, South Africa, from north, south, east, and west together, and we just name it traditional African medicine. We make it a product for our children born in the diaspora to go and study, and we advance the studies over here as we do the academia, and we teach them. This man here, he is 104. People may not believe it. As I went to sit him, you don't know how he held my waist. Oh my God, they are bad boys. And this elderly woman, she is 98. All her teeth in her mouth. Yes, this normal wisdom of Africa. If we don't bring it out to tell the enemy, we know who we are. Are you talking to me about an African where today we die at the age of 25 gone so soon. 32, no, 25, what a shock. 32, gone so soon. 50 is normal, obituary. 70 is home call. Ghanaians are so fanciful about polishing negative things. And when they do that, they also put the pictures, the billboards on the roadside. Do you know death is a spirit? And ever since you started ushering in that demon, you consume it in form of plastic, destroy your glomerulum in the kidney, and it's killing you. And when you get the diseases, you go to India and get your kidneys removed, and then you get the instructions, oh, you have to eat only Indian food. Wake you up. Please move on. Would there say anything more? Some opportunities, miss it or take it. It's for you. That's why we are here. Please move on. Over here, I just took the opportunity to show our other activities. Sankofa Eugene is specifically for the medicinal aspect. And we have the environmental aspect where we sell the things here, and then we go to the village, and then we pay the money to our people so that we go to clean the trash together. We have our engineering activity. We have our fashion designers. We have a lot. We do. So on the right up here, this is a project I ran. On the left, you can see a number of students sitting there. This project, I call it PI. PI is like, PI reads Practical African Entrepreneurship International. And I use the name PI because in Ghana, we eat meat pie, which originates from England. And meat pie, when it is prepared in its very, very rich way, you can't eat meat pie alone. You always have to share it with somebody. So whatever we've come to get, whatever we have down there home, it's time to share. Until each one of us is ready to share the resources together. If it is yesterday, you, the diaspora who is visiting your family, and then you went to the bank to take the money to build a house, the guys were hungry, they shot you on the street of Takrady in Ghana. Is this a life? Has this been the Ghana we knew? Has this been the Africa we knew? But why wouldn't the Nigerian hungry boys come and do the same thing? I would do the same. Because if you went to the church, Jesus taught you to pray and give us this day our daily bread. So if you get your daily bread and you live in that big house and you sit in that big car and I am hungry, give me a portion. Yeah, you share with me or it's your blood. So either we understand it in this healthy way and feed our youth with the resources around us and its values. So when we go to the left, the right side up there, where I have my hands, you will see me having coconuts, some things which in Ghana everybody sees as rubbish, and how you could design dining, how you could design candle stands in this packages, in all those materials lying around, how you could design shop windows with them, how you could design gardens with them. And when you are in Ghana, or I don't know, in Ghana I've been operating, and you are talking to the African this way, they will call you a mad person. Yes, I am mad. Madness which brings money, I will continue to be mad. I am mad because of you. I am mad until you get a life. I am mad until you stop dying. I am mad until we get our own universities advanced to have these people come and pay us and learn from the original. Thank you. Hey, mommy. To end up my program, I can only say, mommy, I love you. I love you, mommy. I love you. And we had a funny chat with one another. She couldn't speak English. So when you said, I love you, you said, I love you, one another. today I'm able to share with you here because of this woman. She could not read and write, but I tell you, when she picked the fourth finger, you better run away for your life. She sent me to the farm. I will pass by 5 cemeteries. The jungle was so deep. If you dared met that python, the python was so huge. When the only car in the village was passing by and the python was there, the car will stop because they were seen as gods. Today, all those places belong to foreigners. What are you talking? Thank you, mommy. Thank you. And then he has a brother. She was specialized in fertility, and the brother, before the today's so-called scan, Papa Kwachi could use his hands to test a pregnant woman to see if the baby was lying right or wrong. We will talk about him another time. I'm so thankful for this woman's life. I love her so much. I love her. Yeah, she's here in my heart. Thank you, Derek.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. And I must say you are a photocopy of Mommy. I mean, how many of you would agree? I mean, Africa is a photocopy of Mommy. Seriously. But thank you so much, Africa. That was, I mean, I'll read some comments that were dropped in here whilst you were presenting. So we have Vim Anamo was like, oh my God, I think we were seeing something that triggered people's thoughts. And Bennis is saying, so sad, I'm ready for action. And yes, I have what it takes. And we have Dr. Ken Senkeet's car, I hope I get the name right, saying, what are the books on the table in the photo from Austria? I think we may have to check that. I didn't take notice of it. And KN Entry says, Unity we stand. We have Terhas saying, I have been using Sankofa products and it had a lot of positive impact on me. It reduced my cholesterol without having to take statin. It has also reduced my sugar level as I am a diabetic person. It is highly medicinal.
Oh,
We have,
thank you so much, Has.
and I also said, Mommy is beautiful. Anna was saying, big up, Mama. And Venice is saying, I agree. She is definitely a copy of Mommy. And I mean,
No
we are,
nonsense.
we are going to have a lot of time for questions and answers. But then I will also iterate something here. The fact that, I mean, I've also been using Sankofa's products. One of my favorites is the Moringa powder. And guys, like, I will be honest with you, if you don't know the health benefits of Moringa, go and find out. It has a lot of health benefits, a lot. And each time, like I take it as a tea, most often like in the evenings or in the mornings, and it helps a lot. There are a lot of products from Sankofa. Moringa powder is one of my favorites. And just a fun tip, And I remember I shared this tip with my flatmates. They are German, and I showed them the tea, and I showed them a research and information from the internet. One of the benefits is it helps, I mean, with the men as well, in your sexual performance and all of those things. It's very important for men, So I told them, and it was a fun fact. And they were very excited about it, right? But then it's very good. It's very good. You should definitely check it
Are
out.
you talking of the POT?
Yeah.
We have some more. We have some more.
And it's very good. I mean, trust me, each time I take the tea, I have a very good feeling. And someone is asking, are Sankofa products available in the US? Yes, we can ship. We're shipping worldwide. We are shipping worldwide. So our web shop is being updated. But then right after this session, if you want to have any of the products shipped to you, you can just write us an email. I'm going to put our email there, or you can send us your email. We can contact you, your number or something. info@sankofa.de. So this is our office email. You can request for us to send you some of the products, and you can choose from. We are shipping worldwide. There's no problem with wherever. No matter where you are, you can have access to the Sankofa products, right? So KN Entry says, thanks to Mama Africa for the wonderful tutorial. So thank you, Mama. And if you have any questions, please, you can lift your hand, give us a notification, and you can ask.
Please let me fix this in.
Mm-hmm.
The major objective over here, it's not about me selling anything to you. It is not about the retailing. It is about you being part of this project wherever you are globally. We are taking this step into integrating in the global development. So if your interest is to be part